Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Will and today we are going to have an awesome and comprehensive tutorial on integrating Power Desktop with ChatGPT. On today's video, I will guide you through the process of connecting these two powerful tools to automate complex tasks and enhance your workflow. So stay tuned, give it a thumbs up, and let's automate it. Hey everyone, my name is Will, so let's start right away. But first, what is Power Automate Desktop? Well, Power Automate Desktop is one of the RPA platforms out there that is widely used like UiPath or automation anywhere. RPA stands for Robotic Process Automation. There are other terms named like RDA, stands for Robotic Desktop Automation. So no matter if the robot that you want to build is an RPA or an RDA, what you need to understand is that this platform, Power Automate Desktop, is going to automate your repetitive task, your boring task, and that kind of work that you don't really like to do. So it's going to give you the availability. You can have like a virtual assistant that you can run whenever you need it. You can set up Power Automate Desktop, create a lot of virtual assistants, a lot of robots that are going to do this for you. So I'm going to show you right now where you can download and install Power Automate Desktop on your computer, and I will leave the link down below on the description. But first, now let's answer the following. What is ChatGPT? It's like a super smart digital friend who knows a lot of things and can help you with almost anything. A computer program made by OpenAI that can understand and generate human-like text. You can ask ChatGPT questions, have a conversation with it, or even ask it to help you write something. So ChatGPT is trying to understand and respond in a way that is really close to have like to have a conversation like with a person again. So integrating these two Power Automate Desktop with ChatGPT, right, will be like just imagine combining the magic robot, right, like the robot who is going to do stuff on your computer. But now we are going to put into this robot a super smart digital friend, which is ChatGPT, who is gonna be like the mind for this virtual robot. So when you integrate them, right, you can create an even more powerful tool that can do complex tasks. For example, if you have a bunch of resumes and you want to pull out information like the names, the phone numbers, and skills, you can set up a Power Automate Desktop to gather all this information out of the resumes, and we are going to see and create a small robot to do that, and to ask ChatGPT to read through these resumes and find that information for you. So this is going to make your work super easy and fast because you are using both automation and smart technology combined. So stay tuned, and we are going to go right now web pages where you can download first Power Automate Desktop, and then how you can set up your OpenAI account. My intention of these tutorials is to make the learning for you as easy as possible. So you can Google for Power Automate Desktop, or you can use the link that I will be sharing with you on the description below. Go to this link for Power Automate Desktop and you are going to get to this web page. The instructions to follow are really simple. First, you need to download the Power Automate Desktop installer. Then you need to run this installer on your computer. Okay, then number 3, you need to follow the steps that this program is going to show you so you can do the correctly setup of Power Automate Desktop. And then number 4, you only need to follow this instruction. However, I'm going to create tutorial of, let's say, like a beginner tutorial, Power Automate Desktop, and how to set up this powerful program so you can build robots on your computer. It is important for you to understand too that in order to combine or integrate Power Automate Desktop with ChatGPT, we need to have Power Automate Desktop set up on your computer, and we need to have set up our OpenAI or ChatGPT and the API credentials set up as well to be able to make this robot together. Let's move to ChatGPT. Right. So here we are on the openai.com URL. If you go to the products tab, you are going to see here the ChatGPT login option and API login option. So let's go first to the ChatGPT. ChatGPT has evolved a lot over the last year. Okay, but here is the interface in which you can upload files, in which you can create prompts, which a prompt is like a request for the artificial intelligence. You can create a prompt like act as a senior developer and create a code about X, Y, Z. Okay, so ChatGPT is really useful for a lot of people, when professionals and people who is junior, really junior. But again, it's a really hot topic at the moment. Let's move to the other product, which is the API login. Okay, now if you create an account with on OpenAI, the same account is going to work for ChatGPT login or API login. At least that's how it works for me. Now let's go to the API login account. Okay, let's go to perfect. So this is my account. Okay, and what you need to get here to be able to connect ChatGPT is it's really simple, to be honest. So let's take a look at this. So here we are on the dashboard. Let's say the chat, which is the kind of the same interface that the ChatGPT, the previous window that we were looking at, has. So let's create something here, like let's ask something like what is an API, which we are going to need this information. So remember that this is one of the interfaces of ChatGPT, right? We are going to click ROM here. API stands for Application Programming Interface, and it is a set of protocols, right? That tools, or in this case, two software, two programs, two applications like Power Automate Desktop and ChatGPT. They utilize these protocols to communicate with each other. Okay, so and we are going to go here over the tab that says API reference and click on here. This is what we need. We need to go when it says making requests, because that's what the robot is going to do. The interface or the robot of Power Automate Desktop is going to send a request, right, to ChatGPT through the API. We are going to use an action name Invoke web service, if I'm not wrong, and through this information here, we are going to set up that action on Power Automate Desktop. So Power Automate Desktop will be connecting to ChatGPT. We are going to create a really nice prompt, trust me. He will be connecting to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is going to analyze the information and reply back to Power Automate Desktop. But we are going to see this in a few seconds. But what you need to understand is that this is the information that we are going to need. The HTTP and the api.openai.com and chat completions. We are to the content type will be application in JSON, and out of the JSON response, we are going to extract the response from ChatGPT. The authorization would be authorization and the bidder, and then we are going to need an open API key. This is really important. Okay, so we are going to go back to the OpenAI interface to see that this is like a small prompt, and we are going to change this on the Power Automate desktop. It says say this is a test, but we are going to use a really nice prompt, trust me. Okay, let's go back to the dashboard. Okay, the APIs. Okay, remember that here in the API reference it says that we need an API. Well, here on the dashboard, if we go to the last action that says API keys, we are going to click here, and we are going to have our APIs. Okay, so we can create a new API. This is going to be like really simple. I have one now that says Power Automate Desktop. This is the secret key that we are going to use. When you need to create a new, you have to use this option. So let's click here, default project, and create secret key. Okay, so this is the secret key that we are going to use. I'm going to delete this later, but this is how they look. This is how it looks, and as it says, save your key, because once it is saved, you cannot edit it. I mean, you can edit the name, but you cannot use the same key. So you need to copy this and save it so you can use it later. All right, so you only have to click, but with this we have everything that we need. So we are now going to move over Power Automate Desktop and start using this API key, right, and start working interacted with ChatGPT through the Power Automate Desktop. So right now I'm going to show you, well, let's say the beta robot that we have developed at this point. It is a, let's say, kind of solid solution at this moment. Obviously there is always room for improvement, but right now the robot can handle different resumes and parse the information required, and that was used into the first prompt. What if you ask right now what a prompt is? Well, basically it's a request, right, that is sent to ChatGPT. We are doing in the first action, we are using a kind of elaborated prompt to extract a specific information of candidate resumes. We on action number 2, what we are doing is that we are getting all the files that we have on this location, and on the fruition we are, the robot will be iterating with every single curriculum or resume found into that folder, right? So right here we have, like I said, like a briefly robot that can review resumes and extract specific information, and based on the prompt that was developed, it can provide like an output. The robot will do an analysis, right? Well, actually ChatGPT will be doing an analysis using the information that is sending into this prompt. And once we are receiving that information here, I mean, the number 10 is the action that has all the information that we need to send the prompt to ChatGPT, and which is actually the action that is doing this connection between Power Automate Desktop and ChatGPT. So this action has the URL required, has the correct information, the web service response, right, that is needed, and obviously has the ChatGPT key that we saw previously. So all that information is contained here into this action. Then the result or the output out of ChatGPT is moved, convert into a JSON custom object format for easily purposes of extract that data. and that data at the end of the process will be displayed action number 12. So this is basically how you integrate Power Automate Desktop with ChatGPT. Now I'm going to test the robot. We are going to run the solution right now and see the information, the final output out of the bot. Prior to do that, let me open and show you how the action number 10 looks like so you can get a better idea. The URL that we are using here is the URL that we saw previously, the one that ChatGPT says that we need to use for this kind of integration. Then the method, we have a different in a different list here, but we need to post this on ChatGPT, and that's why we are using that method. Second, it is the application slash JSON. We saw this also previously, and the conversation beaver is the key API provided by or created on ChatGPT. Then the body is pretty simple right now. Simple. We are using the model, the GPT-3.5 Turbo. The role, user content, all this information is provided, and the input that we are seeing here, this input is coming. Let me close this. Actually, save this. This input is a combination in here on this set variable. We are using the user input as well, and the new variable created. User input variable is this value, and with the combination of this value and the output out of the extraction of this text from PDF file, out of that extraction, we are combining that output here into this new variable, and out of these two, the first variable user input and the second variable, which is the all data from extracted from the PDF action, we are creating the final user input or the final prompt that is going to be sent to ChatGPT, right? So let's run this robot and see the final output. I'm going to run this a couple of times so we can see different resumes and how the robot extract this data. It is super important to understand that this is not only the integration, this is a really business use case, right? To extract information, and once you have extracted the data, you can provide this data to the human user, like the recruiter itself. If the candidate qualifies for the position, you can make the robot send an email right away to the candidate. The same way you can extract information from accounting and process, let's say, invoices with ChatGPT. You can extract information out of legal document and process this with ChatGPT as well. There are some. This is how we can see the information extracted from the user. We can see the candidate name, phone number, email address, location. If the LinkedIn URL is available, it should be displayed here. Then we have a qualify for the position question, in which ChatGPT is analyzing the resume, the candidate resume, and providing this analysis, this brief analysis, as well as the candidate's analysis, if it is a good fit or not for the position. And then he's providing like a match percentage at this moment of 90%. Let me click OK here. We're going to see the robot working with the next resume. So that's what I was explaining to you previously, that if we have 10 resumes, the robot will be integrating with all of these. It will be sending the information to ChatGPT, extracting the requested data based on the prompt, which is really important. And there you have it. This is the second curriculum in which the robot is analyzing the information out of the candidate profile. In this case, as you can see, there was a LinkedIn URL, so he's showing this information as well. If you have seen any value till this point of the video, if you have learned something today, please subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and share with your network. I would really appreciate it. And if you have any questions, comments, please share it in the comment section below. I hope you had enjoyed this tutorial on integrating Power Automate Desktop with ChatGPT. Don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials on automation, especially RPA and artificial intelligence. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your network. And let's automate it together. Until the next episode. Bye.